What is the Nemesis Tyrant in Resident Evil? Why was it created? The Nemesis was designed by a branch of the Umbrella Corporation during their research in creating bioorganic weapons. The Tyrant virus, which is known as the T-virus, is one of a few strains of the progenitor virus which came from West Africa. The virus was found in the 19th century and was documented by Henry Travis. His work was later found by Edward Ashford and Oswell E. Spencer, who funded a search in the 1960s. They found that a specific plant would create the progenitor virus under certain conditions, like being stored in a cave. The Umbrella Corporation would push out the native people in order to locate the Garden of the Sun, a secret underground garden which was in the ruins of the once great Nidipaya Kingdom. The scientists of Umbrella would alter the progenitor virus in different strains. The type A virus would kill the host in a few days, but also destroy their minds, to a point where they would drift into unconsciousness and also suffer from memory loss. The type B virus did fuse with the DNA of the host to create a stronger life form, but it affected her ability to write after a few days. She still retained some level of intelligence, but not enough to satisfy Umbrella. The virus was altered over the years by Dr. James Marcus. He was finally satisfied with the mutation caused by exposure to leech DNA. This later became known as the T-virus. This strain would not kill the host like the progenitor virus, but it would cause violent outbursts, like cannibalistic impulses, loss of intelligence, and necrosis. Because its brain would become useless after this mutation, Umbrella would create the NE-alpha type parasite, which would take control of the host's brainstem and act as a second brain. This parasite was developed through gene manipulation and was used on a host infected with the T-virus. This parasite was later used on hunters to provide more sufficient data in their use. The host infected by the T-virus would have increased strength because of the infection, but the parasite would be able to follow orders. One problem with the parasite is it would eventually destroy the host over time, but a breakthrough occurred when a team implanted the parasite into the brain of Lisa Trevor, who was used as a guinea pig for 19 years of testing. Her brain would absorb the parasite and inherit its strengths. This led to a primitive version of the G-virus. The G-virus was meant to give the host increased strength and abilities while still retaining their intelligence and control of their mind, and together, all this research led to the creation of Nemesis. This BOW is different from the normal Tyrant because Nemesis is fully controlled by a commander and was aimed for military operations. The Tyrant model that was used to create Nemesis was the T-003. At that time, this Tyrant was compliant with programming and was very effective at their tasks. The Tyrants were supposed to be the ultimate life form, and if they took enough damage, they would mutate into stronger versions. Any living organism that was attacked by Nemesis would become infected and turn into zombies. This was different from a host that was infected by the G-virus. It would create offspring by inserting an embryo into a host. Another difference between these two types is that during a mutation, Nemesis will not grow large hands and claws like a normal Tyrant. Because it has DNA from a parasite, part of its mutation would be around the tentacles. Nemesis was sent into Raccoon City to eliminate the surviving members of the STARS team from the incident at the mansion. Umbrella could not risk having their secrets exposed by them. They would send in a Special Forces unit to eliminate William Birkin, and also to steal his G-virus plans before he betrayed them. And as a last resort, they sent in a few more Tyrants to Raccoon City. One of them was named Mr. X. Nemesis wore the same jacket as Mr. X during its mission. It was given a rocket launcher that was too heavy for any human to carry. This weapon was only meant to be used by Nemesis. Some reports indicate that it was carrying other weapons like a knife, handgun, assault rifle, and grenade launcher. Nemesis also appeared in a movie and other video games, where it was seen to use a minigun. In some occasions, Nemesis was seen to use tentacles that would extend from its flesh. It would be used as a weapon and also as a form of infecting other life forms. The tentacles seen on Nemesis are similar to the ones on the parasite. It would sometimes speak, only to say the word STARS. The black coat on Nemesis was seen to be bulletproof, but with enough damage, Nemesis could be injured. If its body receives too many injuries, it will mutate. forming more tentacles to infect other victims. During this stage, Nemesis is still under control, but when it mutates again, it turns into a giant creature with even larger tentacles. This mutation causes a conflict between the T-virus cells and the Nemesis cells. They swell together and are spat out as a highly acidic compound. Later on, Umbrella would develop the Ne-beta type parasite. It would attach to the host nervous system while latching onto their back. This parasite would be seen on the outside of the body, as opposed to the Ne-alpha type parasite, which was within the body. It could also find a new host if the original body was destroyed. It could also spray a pheromone that would attract zombies. This parasite could also infect and take control of a tyrant, which would create a parasite super tyrant. So that was a look at the origins of Nemesis in Resident Evil. It is one of my two favorite creatures in the franchise, but I also want to know, what is your favorite character in Resident Evil? Let me know in the comment section. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on. Thanks for watching. My name is Acid Glow, and I'll see you in the next video.